Alrighty, MedLevel Insiders course. So today I'm going to be creating my first video on A-level chemistry that links to a snippet of medicine content as always. Cool, let's get into this. Okay, so first we're going to be learning about Bronsted Lowry. Alright? And this I'll say is a bloke, yeah, that just came up with an idea that an acid, an acid must be a proton donator. And he also believed that a base is a proton acceptor as well. Now, to put this into context, I would write this as an equation implying that HA reacts with water, HA being of course an acid and water being a base, forming a reversible reaction to create a minus, which I'll explain later, and hydronium. This may seem weird and you haven't really come across it yet, but I'll explain to you what this is. Alright, so HA is an acid and water is a base. And for an acid to be an acid, it would have to be a proton donator, so it would have to donate protons. And you can see from the equation that it definitely donates protons, as it has one more of an electron. That's why there's a minus here. And we know that water is a base because it accepts a proton, hence the plus sign forming hydronium. And how we spell hydronium, because this is new, so it's a snippet of medicine content, is hydronium. And yeah, so Bronsted Lowry, he came up with the idea that that's an acid and that's a base. He then realized that A minus would be a conjugate base, as it is a proton that has been donated, has already donated a proton, hence the conjugate base, which we already learned in A-level chemistry. But for hydronium, what we didn't know, let me put this in purple, is that the water, the base, that then turns into hydronium, accepting a proton, we also call this a conjugate acid. I'm not too sure why this was not included in the spec, but yeah, it's just quite fun to know this. Acid. And yeah, that's all that Bronsted Lowry actually came up with. But there's many more blokes out there that, you know, came up with other ideas, which I will explain in later videos. Of course, I just want to say thank you guys very much for watching this video, and well done for getting ahead and taking a glimpse into medicine.